Alright guys, now don't get mad at me, but I know I just put out that video talking about LG's latest software update for the C2 and the G2, which is version 13.30.80. I know I said I wasn't going to install it on my display, which is why I didn't include it in that video, but I've changed my mind. And it's not going to be for what you think. I changed my mind on what display I'm going to do it on. So for those of you new to the channel, what you're looking at on your screen is a 65-inch LG C2, which happens to be our bedroom TV. And this is the TV that I do more experiments with, if you want to put it that way, in that I'm okay installing firmwares that completely change and install a new WebOS on the display, thus eliminating easy access to the service menu, you know, fun stuff like that. So let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. I have the good old magic remote here. Let me go ahead and press and hold the settings button. And you'll notice right away, for those of you that have a C3 or a C4, G3, G4, you notice this little pointer right here, the shape of it, that's a dead giveaway on which OS you have. But anyway, I go over here to support, software update, and you'll see here I'm on version 13.30.56, which just so happens to be the software version that brought in the new WebOS onto the 2022 model displays. So that's already been installed on this display for quite a while. If you needed any further proof, let me just tap the settings button and notice the quick menu over here is what you will find on the C3 and what I would imagine is the C4, etc. I haven't had a chance to get my hands on a C4 or a G4 yet. Be on the lookout for that. So if you're somebody that is going to be looking for some content on a C4 or a G4, now's a good time to hit the subscribe button and the bell, because I have some things in the works to try to get my hands on one of those. But anyhow, just wanted to kind of show you this, that this is a C2, but it has the latest WebOS on it. You could see the UI change here, etc. So since the service menu has already been locked down in the later WebOS versions that have come out in the C3 and the C4, and I've already updated this OS to match those, I'm okay now going ahead and installing the latest software update, which is in my video. If you haven't a chance to check that out to find out what comes with that update, I'll go ahead and card it in or link it in the description. Go check that video out to check out what actually comes with this update, then come back here to watch me do the installation process, because that's what's going to be coming next. So, alright, so next up, let's see if LG has pushed out the new update here over the air to my display. So let's go ahead and press and hold that settings button again, hit support, software update, and let's go ahead and check for updates. And no updates found. I'm not too surprised at that, because the update's only been out for a very short time. So next step from here is I'm going to go ahead and load that software update onto a USB drive, get that plugged into the display, and then I'm going to go ahead and start the install process, which I'll pick up from there. Alright, as you can see on the message on the screen, I have the USB drive plugged into the display. It's asking me if I want to install the update now. I'm going to go ahead and click yes and get the show on the road here. Software update is in progress. Please do not unplug the USB stick or the power cord. Alright. Wow, that was really slow. Okay, as you can see, the update's moving by pretty quickly, but I'm not going to have you sit here and wait with me, so I'll check in with you on the other side. Alright, here we go. Software update has been completed. Do you want to go ahead and restart the display now? Yep, I will. Alright, and the display has restarted. I'm back here at the home screen for the Apple TV 4K that's plugged in. Let's just do a quick check to make sure the version numbers changed. So again, pressing and holding that settings button. Let's go over to support, software update, and there it is. We're on 13.30.80. Before I kind of check around here in the menu just to make sure everything looks right and is functioning right, just in case some of you out there that might be questioning whether this is actually, let me get rid of this. In case any of you are going to question whether this is actually a C2, let me go into the service menu like I did on my last video. So here's that cheap service remote. I know you can't see it, but let me go ahead and hit Instart. Let me go ahead and plug in the code. And If you watch that prior video, I may even do a side-by-side or something to show you the difference, but note in the top left where it says the model number OLED 65C2, you see the new software version up there, so it definitely is on the right firmware. But the main thing here is you notice this service menu is completely locked down. You know, you've got some, you know, HDMI history right there in the middle. I mean, who gives a about that? That's like useless information. And then you got a bunch of other shit over on the right-hand side. On the prior service menu, the version that came on the C2 itself back in 2022, you had some nice flexible options to go through and make changes if you wanted to. Now I know some of you are sticklers out there of you shouldn't even be in the service menu. It's not meant for you. I get that. But guess what? I'm willing to, guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is this 2022 service menu. Okay, sorry about the bad joke there. No, I'm okay with taking the risk on going into the service menu. I understand that I could potentially void a warranty if I had ever file a claim for this display and an LG service tech checked and they could see I was in the service menu and made changes, it would like nullify or whatever, void the warranty, and I'd have to be out of pocket. I'm okay making those, I'm okay taking that risk. That's fine with me. I buy these displays to enjoy them how I want to. And I know there are many of you out there that agree with that. And I know many of you out there agree with me when I say the aggressive dimming that comes on these OLED displays these days. I want to be able to turn that off. And yeah, I'm probably shortening the lifespan. Yeah, you know, you run the risk of permanent, you know, image retention, AKA burn-in, but I want to enjoy these displays the way I want to if I'm paying hard-earned money for them. And I'm willing to take the risk. So anyway, I know some of you out there are, you know, not willing to take that risk, and that's fine. You know, no big deal if you don't want to take the risk. But anyway, this video was just more of a follow-up that I realized after I created the last video, the software update video, talking to you about what comes with the update. I realized at that time that, oh, wait a minute, I have another C2 that I really don't give a shit about having the newest firmware on. If it breaks a feature, whatever. It's not my primary, you know, consumption display or gaming display. So why don't I go ahead and load the update on it and see what happens? All right, let's, before the end of this video, let's just kind of ramble around the menus here and just see if we notice any different, you know. By the way, this feels very buttery smooth, which I like that. Let's head on up in here to settings. That's just another fun way to get there. Let's go and let's check the picture modes. We're gonna use the wheel to scroll up and down. Okay, that feels good. Anyway, brightness. You can see I've got everything turned down because again, this is a bedroom TV. I'm just, you know, we're just watching this at night. Let me head over into color and let's head on into white balance and check the slider. This is a good test to see if you have any lag or anything. So let me drag that up and just totally burn your eyes out for a minute. Yeah, that's nice and smooth. That's good. So far so good with the menus. A really good test to see something that I've kind of picked up on that typically kind of breaks when a new software update comes out. For me personally, tends to be in the sound department and in the connectivity department. So, you know, if I want to connect a pair of Bluetooth headphones, or maybe if if this was another display and I had like a surround system plugged in, you know, like an AV receiver, my my audio equipment hooked up, I could get some audio dropouts, some connectivity issues with the Bluetooth stuff. I'm not going to test that here right now because I don't have any of that really going on in here, but so far, this update looks like it's okay. No lag or anything. I still would caution you on installing the update just yet because I haven't had a chance to do a deep dive in here and really check some settings out. For example, some color settings. Sometimes these updates can break the color settings a little bit and you lose color, things like that. So I do want to take some time and do some testing here before I give a green light. To those of you out there that watch my videos and you wait to see if you should install the update, if it's safe, hold off still. But so I mainly just wanted to make this video as a follow-up to the last one where I could actually install the update and let you know if I encountered any issues during the installation process, which I'm happy to report. There was absolutely no issues during installation. It was a very quick installation that took, I would say, 1 to 2 minutes from 0 to 100%, and then you restart your display and it's on there. So it was a successful install, no issues post-install as far as the TV restarting on its own or anything like that. No lag or anything in the menu. So I'm happy with this so far, but give me a day or two of some usage here where I can look more into the settings more in depth, and I may uncover some problems that I can let you know about in another video. And if you're interested in learning about the things that I come across that could potentially be broken on your TV from an update like this, hit the subscribe button now and hit that bell so you don't miss the upload. But that's going to do it for this video. If you did enjoy it, hit that like button, really helps me out. And of course, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe and the bell. But with all that being said, until the next one.